Okay, so I need to talk to you about America's money situation. I just spent a week at Disney World. Your whole money situation needs help. Now, before I get started, let me just say that I love the United States. I have nothing against America. When we were down there for a vacation, literally every single person we dealt with was amazing. Everyone was very nice to us and accommodating. Not only that, but you guys have way better snacks. You've got way better cereal selection. So I've got nothing bad to say about America as a country. I am excited to go back again next time. But like I said, the money thing is a bit of a mess. Now, I know that your money is worth more than our money, so I'm not saying that our money is better in that sense, obviously. I'm just saying that our money culture, I'm gonna call it, is so much easier to deal with than yours. Now, this could be just because I'm an idiot and I'm not used to using American money, and maybe that's the issue. But at the same time, Canada's money used to be a lot like America's money now, but over the years, we have upgraded and made changes to make it easier to deal with. So, first of all, before I get into the reasons why, just to be clear, America's money setup is they have a $1 bill, a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, a 100, and then there's more, there's 1,000, but we'll just keep it simple out like this for now. Now, Canada's situation is they have a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, and a 100. So, very similar setup for the most part. Now, America's change situation is they have a penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. And Canada's setup is they have the nickel, dime, quarter, loonie, and a toonie. I know those sound stupid, but they're actually really great. So let me explain. Now, to be clear, Canada used to have a $1 bill and even a $2 bill, and we also used to have pennies. But those things weren't working, so we got rid of them all. I'll explain why. So first of all, the penny. Pennies are absolutely useless. I forgot how much I hated pennies until I went to the States and started using them again. And by using them, I mean collecting them, because you never end up using your pennies. All that happens is you end up giving them cash, they give you back change, and you just hoard it because it's easier than counting out pennies to pay for things. Especially when your bills go down as small as $1. I find myself just rounding it up to make it easier. So if something costs, say, $16.50, I'll just give them a 5, a 10, and then 2 ones because I don't want to sit there counting out my change. But then I end up collecting so much change back. But like I said, your change is never good for anything because the amounts are too small. See, in Canada, we have a $1 and $2 coin. So if you've got a pocket full of change in Canada, it's perfect for when you want to buy things like coffee or snacks. You reach into your pocket, you pull out a $2 coin, you buy your coffee, and you're good to go. You don't have to go through your bills and search for $1 bills. And you also don't have to give them a giant handful of dirty change. Now, I also hate the $1 bill because it makes you think that you have so much more money than you do. So like I said, when you buy something for, say, $16, you give them a $20 bill back, and they give you back 4 ones. So you give them 1 bill, and you get back 4 bills. So you stuff them in your wallet, and I kept doing that throughout the day when I was in Disney, because I had a whole stack of 20s. I kept giving them $20 bills for these purchases that were like, $15, $16. And by the end of the day, you look at your wallet and you think, wow, I have a lot of money left. I feel like I've spent a lot, but I still have so much left. Then you actually flip through the bills and realize that you've got no money at all. You've got a big stack of $1 bills. See, that's the thing I'd noticed, is that America makes you feel like you have a lot of money when you really don't. Whereas Canada makes you feel like you don't have a lot of money when you actually do. So what I mean by that is, America makes you carry around lots of things, like lots of bills and $1 bills and lots of change. So you feel like you've got a big pocket full of heavy change, but none of it's actually worth anything because it's all pennies and dollars. But in Canada, the smallest bill is a $5 bill. So if you have any bills in your wallet at all, you know you've got a decent amount of money because it's going to be 5s or more. Same thing with change. If you're carrying around a pocket full of change, because there's no pennies in it, the amount you're carrying is so much less, and oftentimes it's worth so much more because, like I said, the $1 and $2 coin. So as you can tell, a lot of this is just how I felt as I was shopping. I kept going back to my resort room and just dumping handfuls of pennies all over the table and losing them. Now, if you're wondering how do we not use pennies, a couple of years ago we got rid of the penny in Canada, and we just round it to the nearest 5 cents. And at first when it happened, I was worried, like, how's this gonna work? If I go to a store and it comes to like $1.44, like, what do I do? If I give them $1.40, are they gonna get mad at me over the 4 cents? Or who decides which way to round? This is gonna cause a whole bunch of issues. It turns out that nobody cares. It hasn't come up once in my entire life since getting rid of the penny. No one cares which way you round. Everyone knows pennies are useless. You guys should just get rid of them. Now, to elaborate on what I meant by America makes you feel like you have more money than you really do, you need to change the color of your bills. I know our money looks weird to you, but having multicolored bills makes things so much easier. Because when you open your wallet and look at a big stack of cash, you can instantly kind of ballpark how much money you have. Like if I open it up and I see a whole stack of blue bills and then 1 green bill, I know I've got a whole bunch of $5 bills and one 20. Or the other way around, if I open my wallet and have a giant stack of brown bills and one blue bill, I know I've got hundreds and hundreds of dollars on me with an extra 5. I don't have to flip through the bills to figure that out. In the States though, I would open my wallet and see a big stack of green and have no idea how much money I have. Like this could be either $1,000 or $10, and I don't know until I flip through every single bill and read them to figure it out. So like I said, I just kept thinking that I had so much money on me, and then I would look through it and find all these ones and be like, I have nothing. Like, why not just change the color of your bills? It'd be so easy, and I think save people so much time. Now also, let's talk about the quality of the money. I'm talking about the actual physical paper itself. Now, America is like one of, if not the richest countries in the entire world, and they're still using this dirty paper. Like I know they print new bills obviously, but I just felt like I kept collecting these filthy $1 bills that looked really gross. Now Canada's money is like plastic now, like you can't even rip it, and it just lasts so much longer and looks nicer so much longer. And this isn't like a weird thing. We used to have paper money, and that money is still usable today. Like if I have an old $20 bill that's like one of the paper ones, you can still use it. We've updated our money multiple times over the last like 20 years or so. But if you're worried about all of America's old money not being usable anymore, you don't have to do it that way. You can just print new money and make the old money still usable. Like the government burns up old dirty bills anyways, so eventually it'll cycle itself out and you'll just have the nice money left over like we do. So here's my advice. Get rid of the penny, just round it to the nearest 5 cents. Nobody cares. It's so much easier. Pennies are useless. Trust me. Get rid of the $1 bill, introduce a $1 coin. You don't have to do the $2 coin, that's fine, but at least do the $1 coin. $1 bills are tricky. They make you think you've got money when you don't, and I don't like them. Change the color of your bills so you can glance at your money and have a vague idea of what you have without having to count through your bills. It's an easy fix. It's so much better, I promise you. Trust me on that. Print your money on higher quality material. This one doesn't really change a lot as far as like using the money goes, but it's just a whole lot nicer. The money doesn't get so dirty, and I know that you guys like burn all your old money once it gets dirty enough anyways, so I'm pretty sure it would actually save you money, even if the bills cost more money to print on this like weird plastic stuff we use. I'm sure it would probably actually end up saving you money in the long run because you're not destroying it as often. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me, I don't know. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about your money. Again, I love America. Don't be mad at me. I know a lot of my subscribers are American. I'm only trying to help. Like I said, we used to have our money set up like you guys did. We had pennies, we had $1 bills. They were all made of paper, but we adapted and grew to improve our money to make it better. This is a tested thing that we did to improve our money situation. So I'm not just basing this on what I'm used to. I'm basing this on what our country has done to make things easier. Well, that's all I have to say about that. I do have one more thing that I need to ask about, something in the States that I noticed that really has me kind of alarmed, but I'm gonna save that for another video. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe and come back soon and check out my next video because I feel like the US has a little bit of explaining to do.